If you're thinking of making a move to Friendswood, Texas, you might be wondering what type of house you can get for your budget. And today, you're gonna see exactly what you can get here in Friendswood in the low 400s. We're gonna tour 6 homes together in prices that range from $420,000 to $449,000. And I have handpicked these 6 homes I'm gonna show you today that I think are currently the best homes on the market today in this price range. I cannot wait for you to see these homes, so let's go ahead and get our journey started. Hey, if this is your first time visiting my channel, first of all, thank you so much for being here. We cover the entire greater Houston area from suburb to suburb, city to city, so you can know exactly what to expect whenever moving down here to the Houston, Texas region. And if that is the kind of content that you are looking for, hit that subscribe button down below and tap the bell icon so you can be the first to stay up to date with the current market here in Houston. My name is Andrew Lake. I'm with the Life in Houston Realty team, and we get calls and text messages from people just like yourself all of the time wanting to relocate here to our area. And it doesn't matter if you are 9 months out or 9 days out. It does not matter. Feel free to give us a call. I will leave all of my contact information in the description box down below. And we would be delighted and honored to help you make a smooth move to Houston, Texas. Now, let's get back to the Friendswood video, and I'm gonna show you some of the best homes that I think are currently on the market in the low 400s. So what I want you to do is we're gonna jump in the car and I want you to drive with me together. We're gonna go ahead and head on to our first house. Let's go. All right, so we're coming up on our first house here in Friendswood Trails. So that's the name of the neighborhood that we're in. It's called Friendswood Trails. And we're in a cul-de-sac right now. I love properties in cul-de-sacs. And it's gonna be this house right behind me. So this is a 5-bedroom, 3-bath home. And it's just shy under 2,700 square feet, and it was built in the year 2020. So this neighborhood is a little bit newer. As you can tell, you don't have a lot of mature trees around here just quite yet. So it is a little bit of a newer neighborhood, and it was built around the 2019, 2020 era. But I love this community. It's a smaller community that's more of my fit, but to each their own. And right now, this house is listed at $435,000. So $435,000 for a 5-bedroom, 3-bath home, 2,700 square foot, 2-story home in a smaller, tight-knit community here in Friendswood. I don't know, tell me if it's worth it. Let's go take a look on the inside and see what it looks like. So it looks like this property has a office downstairs and a game room up there by the landing area. And it looks like all the bedrooms are upstairs, including the master bedroom. I'm not sure how you feel about that. Me personally, I'm not real big on master bedrooms being upstairs. Just for a simple fact, I don't like going upstairs all the time just to go to my bedroom, but to each their own. So let's do some drive-by footage around the neighborhood so you can see exactly what this neighborhood looks like from the ground level. All right, so we have arrived at our next community. The name of this neighborhood is called Carmel Village. It's real deep inside Friendswood, but this is a little bit of an older established community. The house right here that we're about to walk up on was built in 1986. It has a detached garage, which is pretty cool. And it also has a pool, and it's sitting on a really large lot. It's gonna be this house right here, right behind me. You can see the detached garage right there, over there on the side. But is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom home with a pool, a detached garage. It's about 2,200 square feet. So it's not too big, but it does look pretty decent in size from the outside, and it does have a big lot. And you can see back here, you don't really have any back neighbors back this way, but looks like a pretty nice house from the pictures. I'm excited to go take a look and see what it actually looks like on the inside. Photography, here's something you need to know whenever you're looking at real estate. Photography is very, very tricky. So sometimes, you know, when you go inside of a home and you're looking at these houses, it doesn't quite live up to what was portrayed online, if you get what I'm saying, if you get my gist. So when you get there, you'll be like, what in the world is this crap? This looks nothing like the picture. So keep that in mind whenever you're home shopping. But let's go take a look at this house. Like I said, it's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 420,000, 2,200 square foot. So let's go take a look on the inside and see what it looks like. Well, not too bad of a house. I mean, I think it looks pretty decent from what the photos show online compared to what it actually looks like in person. It does look pretty good. Man, you can smell the 1980s as soon as you walk in the house. I'm just kidding, I mean, but you can tell it's a little bit, I don't know, if you ever tour a lot of homes, you can definitely tell, like when you walk into an older home, some of them just smell like they've been around for a long time. I don't know how to explain it. I guess you really just kind of have to, you know, really figure that out on your own whenever you're touring houses. But overall, it's a very quiet neighborhood. I kind of like this house too because there's no back neighbors back here. There's nothing back there. And it's an older neighborhood established in the 80s. And I was taking a look at the seller's disclosure because a lot of older neighborhoods, I wouldn't say a lot, but one thing to watch out for in older communities is basically like the chances of flooding. And I did look at the seller's disclosure and I did check FEMA on the flood map. So this property is not located in a flood zone and it has also never flooded. So if a property never flooded, especially during Hurricane Harvey, that basically just wiped out the entire Houston and greater Houston area, I think you're in pretty good shape if it did not flood during Harvey. But overall, this property looks good. It has a pool, nice little hot tub, no back neighbors, huge backyard, really nice backyard, kind of like the other one. And it's just a very nice, quiet, older established community. So I like to mix things up. I like to do, you know, show you guys some newer homes, show you guys some older homes, more established communities, because a lot of times, some of these older homes are honestly, I think look a lot better because you have a little bit more character in them than the newer ones. The newer ones, they all kind of look the same, unless you get up into the millions and things look a little bit different. But over here in Friendswood, you know, I feel like these newer homes kind of all look the same for the most part, except for these older homes. They look, they all have a little bit of character to them. It's not all the same, but it looks good. So let's do this. Let's keep doing some drive-by footage. I like doing drive-by footage. You tell me what you think in the comment section if you want me to continue making videos with drive-by footage for the neighborhood, so you can see at the ground level what the actual like neighborhood itself looks like. You can't really tell just by touring one home. You got to kind of drive around the neighborhood, see what the neighborhood looks like. And I'll keep doing those drive-by footages until, I don't know, maybe you tell me you don't like them or something, I don't know. But so let's go do some drive-by footage around the neighborhood, and after that, we'll be on to the next house. All right, y'all, coming up on the next property on the list, I'm going to show you guys. It's going to be this one right behind me, right there. So about this property, it is owner occupied, so I'm not going to be able to get inside. Well, I could, but if you watch my other videos, you'll know that I don't make owners get out of the house just so we can film, just out of respect for them, because we're not actually doing a legitimate showing with a client. So I'm not going to make them move. However, I will post some pictures for you guys to see. It's been beautifully remodeled. It's a nice house. So it is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, just shy under 2,200 square foot, and it is currently listed at $425,000, and it's sitting on a lot that's almost 12,000 square feet, so which is pretty nice when it comes to lot sizes. A lot of lot sizes around here are not in this particular neighborhood, but even the newer neighborhoods, a lot of the lot sizes are just small. But when you have a big lot size, makes things better for you. You got a lot nicer yard for the kids to run around in. If you have kids, just makes things great. But again, we're in another older established community here, so it's pretty quiet. You got mature trees kind of all around me. But you know, like I said, we're in an older established neighborhood. You don't really have to worry about really big HOA dues here in these neighborhoods. And so just a little bit about Friendswood too, as you can probably already get the idea. For $400,000 in Friendswood, this is pretty much what you're gonna get here. If you're looking for something like more square footage, higher end or luxury, you're gonna have to increase your price. You're gonna have to be in the 6s, 7s, or even 8s to get something here in Friendswood that might be a little bit more on the custom side. And then of course, obviously Friendswood has tons of luxury all around, but I wanted to showcase some of the little bit more affordable communities, a little bit more affordable neighborhoods and homes that are on the market. Because I just feel like there's so many, not so many, but the YouTube guys that I have seen that cover just various homes around this town, around Houston area, everyone wants to cover these $1 million homes, $2 million homes, $3 million homes, which is great for views, but everyone just kind of forgets about the working class. So I wanted to showcase something just a little bit on the more normal side. Of course, we're covering luxury property as well, but I wanted to showcase something that was more on the affordable side, because I don't want the working class civilians to be forgotten about. Like I said, this is a great neighborhood, older, more established community, and some of these houses are completely remodeled and look freaking fantastic. Some of them maybe not so much, but if you can get a good deal on one, and then you're walking in something that has a lot of equity, or you could build up a lot of equity if you get it for the right price. So let's do some drive-by footage around this neighborhood real quick, and we'll move on to the next neighborhood. All right, y'all, coming up on the next property here, and it's gonna be just like that last one. It's gonna be this property right here, and this one is owner occupied. Again, out of respect for the owners, we're not gonna make them get out of the house, but it is actually a really nice house. So it is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom home, built in 1979. And sitting on a 12,000 square foot lot, and this house is actually about 2,300 square foot. Very nice, well maintained, well landscaped. The backyard's pretty nice too. The inside looks great. but it is owner occupied, so we're not going to take a look at this one. It's currently listed at $435,000. Looks pretty nice. We're in a quiet neighborhood. Again, it's a more of an older established community here. And what's nice about these older communities is the tax rates are typically lower and the HOA dues. So the HOA dues for this community is $300 a year. Not too bad. The tax rate here in this particular subdivision is 2%. And we're gonna have a twofer for you guys because we're coming up on the next one. So that one down there is one that's for sale, owner occupied. And then we're coming up on another one that is gonna be this one right here. I was super excited to show this one to you guys because it is vacant and it looks freaking great inside. But man, they just listed it yesterday, and today found out when I came out here to film all these videos for you guys, it went under contract. So by rule, you know, we can't show you guys under contract properties because the buyer's under contract already, so we can't get in there, or the seller is under contract with the buyer, so we can't get in there and go take a look at it, unfortunately. But what I will do is I'll post up some photos for both of these if I haven't already, so you guys can see this one. So let me pull up the data and I'll read this one for you for this particular house. So this house right here, it's under contract, $425,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,500 square foot, sitting on a 13,000 square foot lot. So it's pretty nice actually. So I was super excited to show it to you, man. I was so freaking just disappointed and that I couldn't get in there in time to show it to you guys. But I really wanted to highlight that property because it shows very well. But you can tell, look at these mature trees here. Look at that, it's beautiful. Wish I had a tree like that in my front yard. I live in somewhat of a newer subdivision, built in 08, so I don't have trees like this, but that is a tree right there. Yeah, but you can tell, again, quiet neighborhood, right? It's beautiful. And you know, if you haven't already noticed by the drive-bys that I've been doing, it is October when I'm filming this right now, and so a lot of these houses do have their decorations for Halloween. You can see look at this, we got a skeleton coming up right there. Big old skeleton. Pretty cool. But yeah, everyone goes all out for Halloween and Christmas in Friendswood, which I like. But man, just walking down here in this neighborhood on this street, haven't seen a car drive by yet, but very quiet indeed. Lots of mature trees around here. This particular subdivision is not in a flood zone, and I don't know of any houses in particular that have flooded here either. So if it did not flood during Harvey, I think you stand a pretty good chance of it not flooding at all, because Harvey here, Hurricane Harvey, was a rainfall of biblical proportions in 2017. So, and we haven't seen something like that in hundreds of years. I mean, it was just absolutely ridiculous. That freaking hurricane came over here, dropped its load on us, went back out to the Gulf, refueled, came back in and did it again. I mean, it's just insane. But again, look at these beautiful trees. Beautiful trees, very quiet in here. Got a nice little magnolia tree coming up on here. Yeah, pretty. Well, let's do a drive around and see what the rest of the community looks like. We are really close to 518 and 528. So 518 and 528 is kind of like that main intersection here in Friendswood. Chick-fil-A is like right here. I'm pretty much staring at the building next to Chick-fil-A. I'm getting kind of hungry, so might make a pit stop after I get done filming this video. But we still have another property to go take a look at, so let's do some drive-by footage and we will go take a look at the next property. All right, coming up on our next and final property of our tour is gonna be this house right here. This 2-story home right here. It is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, almost at 2,500 square foot. It was built in 2001. It does have a pool in the backyard. This house is actually pretty nice. So this house, little thing to note, so we're on the Heritage Park side. So Heritage Park is actually Harris County. So you're no longer in Galveston County. You are in Harris County, and you are not going to be zoned to Friendswood ISD. Ironically, this is the most expensive one on our tour for the day, and the only one that was actually located in Harris County that is not zoned to Friendswood ISD's school districts. They're actually zoned to CCISD. CCISD, if you watch my League City video, you'll be able to know, you'll be able to tell, and you'll understand and know that CCISD is still a phenomenal school district. It's just a big school district, bigger than Friendswood. So let's go take a look at this house. It's currently listed at $449,000. Can't remember if I already told you that. So $449,000. Let's go take a look and see what it looks like inside. Well, I think for $449,000, this is probably one of the best properties that we have seen today. Now remember, we are zoned to Clear Creek ISD, not Friendswood ISD. So if being in a Friendswood school district is something that you are seeking after, this isn't going to work for you. But like I said though, don't sleep on CCISD. CCISD is actually ranked number 5 in all of the greater Houston area, in the Houston area. So it's still a great school district to be enrolled into. But if you're seeking specifically Friendswood ISD, this house wouldn't work for you. But for $449,000, I feel the property is totally worth it, given for what we have seen today. Heritage Park, again, you're you're gonna be a little closer to 45 Baybrook Mall, Bay Area, Bay Area 528. So you're a little closer, but you're on the Harris County side. And what's cool about Harris County is you are not going to be required to carry windstorm insurance. So if you are on the Galveston County side, you're considered a coastal county, so you will have to carry what's called windstorm insurance if you are financing a home. If you're paying cash, doesn't matter. But either way, I think for $449,000 is totally worth it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If this is a house that you can see yourself living in, looks beautifully remodeled on the inside. Looks like they've done a great job there. I can't even find any, I like to nitpick some things. I couldn't even find anything to nitpick, honestly. Maybe besides that it's all kind of just gray and white, but you can always come in here and add some of your favorite colors on the walls and things like that. But so that's gonna wrap up our property tour for the day. Here in the Friendswood area for $400,000 to $449,000. I hope you found value in this video. And if you did, hit the subscribe button down below and tap the bell icon so you can be the first to stay up to date with the current market conditions here in the Houston area. And I hope you found value in this video, like I said. And if you do, if moving to the Houston area is in your near future, we would be delighted and honored to help you make a smooth move here to Houston. And so with that, we're going to go ahead and end today's video and sign off until next time.